Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hooked Gamer here. We're back with Railway Empire 2. We're looking at our Alpine region network, I suppose, or I don't know if that's a network, but an attempt on building a network, I suppose. A few things. So I was able to, this was the easiest part, I suppose, to create a express line in between Marseille and Nice, so that was pretty okay. Now there are still trains going up and down here to Milan and Turin, so that's really what's going on. Now we also connected Lyon, so that's really where we at. Now we have to come to Geneva because the task is basically to make aid goods available. Now we only have a bit of 2 years and a bit, I suppose, to do that. Now there are aid goods available. This is just from, I suppose, from the fact that they're quite close. Now we need to then transport people over here. I have been looking, okay, so it's either possible to come through here, Dijon and those places, or actually there may be a possibility to create a line through the mountains over here. So I'd like to try and do it. Now first of all we need to buy this piece of Switzerland, so let's just go ahead. Now it's quite expensive, so unfortunately we're gonna have to wait to complete the tunnel here. But we are in a good position to actually get quite a bit of a bond, I suppose. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Honestly, I have been looking through this and it's not the easiest thing to do. So maybe we should start from here. The only thing is, look at this, right? This goes right into a mountain, like right away. So it's going to be so difficult. But I think if we were quite smart about it, but... Okay, so 8 goods available, right? So we have to get like beer and whatever. So like one... Yeah, for the moment, like we can't even transfer or transport the 8 goods because the town is too small to accept any of the ones that are around it, I suppose. Okay, so first of all, let's just place one in Geneva and see what's going on. It'll be the easiest one to build a station in because it's not elevated. Oh yeah, so I have been trying this around, yeah. So I have been trying this. I suppose it'll be fine to connect Dijon here, and if this is not going to work, it has to go that way. Otherwise, let me just look into this. I'd be quite interested to find out how. Yeah, see, so before it seemed to have worked, and I was quite happy with the way it looked. Nope. Doesn't seem to be the case anymore. It was quite, I suppose, elevator was on the verge of not allowing to create one, but it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I think it was like maybe 10. Something like that anyway. Yeah, I think that's what it was. So I suppose I don't think that's worth doing, honestly, because it's 1.4 million. And another way, we can actually come this way and go through Trent over to, the milk, because that's the only milk I think that's available, because we have to transfer milk anyway. Okay. Right, so let's keep that in mind. We will, however, go through this. Yeah, let's go through this. I'm gonna build one. Let's just delete those, the station over here. Have a station here, because it won't let us create one without deleting the other one, I suppose. Okay, so if I'll now link this up. Now, the only thing is, I know it's this far out, but we don't have to... Unless we can. Yeah, it goes to 7. I'd like to reduce that if we can. Okay, so first of all, okay, yeah. So let's grab this, like so. Unpause the time. Yeah, this looks okay. It's now creating a tunnel, which isn't too bad. Come on. Okay, so this pretty much works. Now, it doesn't have to go anywhere else apart from here, so I think I'll just keep it that way. And connect over here. Now, I just want to be sure. Okay, so that goes from this line. So it just needs to connect here. Okay, so apparently it's too long. Okay, it's too long. Let's just shorten it if we can. We cannot. Okay, so let me just demolish this bit, which gives us some money back. And then it has to come here. No, here. Again, it's too long. Okay, well, that's so interesting. How do I change that? Maybe it will come from this side. No. Okay, this actually looks pretty good. Oh no, it does not. Oh man, this is so difficult. So, like, if it had a break in between, that would have been so good. Yeah, like this. And then I can demolish this part. And now it should allow us to connect. Yay! Now it's just -9. Like, why is it that bad? All of a sudden. Yeah, it's even worse. Okay, all of this for nothing. Holy crap. I think we have to come from here. This is just slightly too long, but this is fine. Yeah, I don't think we can do any better. Quite annoying. Yeah, and that's not going to work now, so I'll have to push it. This way. Right, okay, so there's some sort of a bridge into a tunnel. So I suppose as far as the design of it goes, it's not bad. It's just that I really wasn't anticipating such a long and expensive route. And now what's going on? Something is being blocked by a building. Okay. So let's just do it this way. And then that way. Okay, so that's worked. Okay, so this will be working. Nice reaches 90,000 citizens. Okay, we also got 93 industry stocks, which is pretty good. Now this now can come down to, I suppose, connect to this, the corn, to Geneva. The only thing, the problem is that Dijon has cloth as well, right? So it's just gonna be quite problematic. So unless we'll have a warehouse here. It's hard to say. Now, as far as this goes, do we need anything? Produce dairy products, achieve. Okay, we don't really need anything per se. I mean, we could go potentially for this, for dairy. Because we're getting milk out of this place. Actually, would not be too bad. Yeah, I think I want to go for that. The cloth isn't really making too much money. Like, it's a steady income, right? It's just not making too much. So the warehouse is really working, I think. This obviously hasn't been delivered on time, but it's okay. Like, it's only 3 going to Turin, so it should be fine. Okay, so as far as this goes, no more bonds. Oh yeah, sorry, let me just look at this, because we don't need them. Yeah, I'm just gonna sell them. And I'll go for the dairy. So let's have it here up the mountain. Kinda looks pretty good. Right, okay, and then we can continue on with the station. So 1 here. And 1 here. I suppose let's have it this way. Okay, look at the balance, right? Like from 300,000 to 90 weekly. That seems... Oh, wow. And that's suddenly 700,000 because of the bridge. Wow. Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that. So I suppose let's just connect this first of all. Or try to. I can see already a bridge. Well, not a bridge, but a tunnel. Okay. Well... It's interesting that the tunnel is way cheaper than the bridge. Maybe because of our engineering trait. Now, I had been looking at this. I don't think there is additional cost reduction point that we can... For track immigration. Yeah, there wasn't. Okay, so just before I forget, let's just have one of these in between. I suppose we can have... Oh. Maintenance. Yeah, no, I'm not going to go for this. This always comes up. So I suppose there's quite a lot of different things here available, right? Like there's already... yeah, I mean, we've got the beer from here. All of these places have cloth. Then we've sugar, then we've this, we have this stuff. So I think Dijon would be, or Geneva really, either of those 2 places could be a good warehouse. It's just a matter of having enough money to connect them. This is freight. Yeah, I'd like to come here as well if I can. Yeah, all of that is for Turin. There is a money to be made here, I suppose, if we were to connect this. Yeah, because Turin will need... Yeah, look, lumber. It's not just delivered fast enough. So we can have a train going back and forth just with lumber. Maybe that's a thing to do. The only thing is that takes away money from the other thing. Yeah, that looks okay. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so let me just grab this. Maybe there is a one here. I want to make sure it's all locomotives. Personnel. Requirements. I thought there was one here for reduction of... But I think it's purchased. Reduction of... What you call it? No, this is just a post. More reliable. Yeah, I thought there was a reduction of the actual initial costs, but there doesn't seem to be. Cost of training. Personnel again. Amount of packages. Immigration. Yeah, maybe let's go for the packages, I suppose. So I'm just gonna have it like this. And that will, I think, ensure that this guy will be going up and down with stuff all the time. Right, okay, so we can now build this. 100,000 needed again, 150 almost. And then I may need to reposition this, but like there is big valley here, I suppose. So no matter where I place it, it'll always... The only thing we can do is potentially, if I'll push it towards here to the right, reduce the length of the bridge. That's the only thing. But we'll see. Yeah, so what makes hard... what makes this scenario hard is that there's this mountain in the middle, and I suppose, you know, crossing it is really expensive, right? Yeah, we got the money, so that's all good. Okay, let's just grab this. Right, okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is to have just a guy going back and forth between those. Okay, and maybe, just maybe, if I were to remove this station, we kind of get most of it back, I suppose. Yeah, we're kind of losing 10,000 every time I delete a station, so maybe not the best idea to do that, but sometimes it is needed. Right, so I don't think that makes much of a difference, but let's just look. It actually does, right? So this was before over 700,000, so it's now 200,000 less. Yeah, as I said, the length of the bridge is definitely shorter. And I cannot remember whether there was this, but that's fine. Yeah, at least we'll, you know, we're kind of just minutes away just from constructing it, so that's pretty good. Now let's just leave it for a moment. Near grass. This is supposed to be grass, so I don't know why this is like that. Oh, right, okay, so we can actually connect now Venice through here. That would be interesting. So, in theory, we could have a warehouse in Milan and just bring all these different things from Venice and around that place. Yeah, that could potentially work. For the moment, we have to wait. Yeah, not a fan. Yeah, look at the station. It's just so busy. And they're all waiting. Now we do have, I think, two trains. Is it? How can I click on this? No, just one train. One passenger train. So adding, you know, creating a special route just for express would be a bit of a waste, I suppose, if we don't have the money. This route is doing pretty well. Look at this route, right? Like it's really doing really well. Just for passengers. Unfortunately, we have no passengers going over up this way. I would love to. It's just, I think it's just way too busy, especially over here. So unless I could have a detour, otherwise there's just way too many. Maybe this guy will need an extension. Like it's handling it okay, I suppose, but yeah. Okay. Let's just create this. 160. Okay, so we're not too bad. 20 stations connected. And I think that I will have, yeah, for the moment, by the time we'll connect over to Zurich for the beer, I will just have that going like this in a loop. I suppose, almost. It's either that Geneva will become a warehouse or actually the corn station. Oh, I know what I was thinking. I was thinking that we could turn this and make a hotel into a... Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. And make a hotel here at the sugar plantation and have a train going from Nice and Turin and leave people here and then transport them over to Lyon, and so they can go up this way, basically. I'm not sure if that's the correct way of doing things, but it would work. And maybe that's the way to do it. And just expand that station. I just honestly don't think that there is... this is not good. Let's have it here. That this station will... I mean, it will handle it. It's just, it'll be quite busy. But it seems to be doing pretty okay. These trains are really kind of giving us a bit of a boost money-wise, so it was really good to make that line. And I think as far as, yeah, so I have the post office here and the restaurant. It doesn't really make that much money, I suppose, because it's only one, but once we connect it elsewhere, it should be okay. So I mean, potentially what we could do is to create a track going up that way. Yeah, I could give that a go, but I know it's going to be expensive. Anyway, so if I'll grab this train, see, he's coming back empty. But let me just grab it from here to here to here and here and back. Yeah, it's not the best route because it's long. And there are... If this grain was here, it would have been much better, but... so I think I'll just have two for now. This needs a depot and this needs a depot. Now, and then what we can do is to slowly branch out towards up here. But I'm thinking, would this not be better, right? Because it can bring two goods at once. So that to me sounds like a better business. Now let's just see if we can do it cheaper. Okay, even with the bridge it wouldn't be too expensive. Okay, now Geneva has to grow station wise. I already know that this needs to change the track. So let me just do that quick. Ah yeah, sorry. I have to delete this. And then this allows us to bring it all the way here. And that allows us to have the gridiron again. There you go. Directions back on. And that's fixed. Okay, and then now, if I were... Yeah, I have to do the same thing for the other one, but that's okay. Let me just grab this. It's 180. I suppose we could reduce the cost of it if I had it like this. Not by much. But it looks slightly better if it's... Yeah, if it's like this. Okay, unfortunately, we have to delete that part again. So let me just grab this from here. Just bring it all the way here. And we should have enough for this piece. So let me just do that. Yeah. Nice. That's working away. Yeah, so then this will go towards Zurich and this, and it can be going like that, right? So let me just for the moment grab this. Oh, I know what's wrong. I forgot the gridiron on that station. Like, I really like when it's like this. It really looks cool. Just a bridge arriving at the station. So for the moment, this train will be okay, even for probably few goes. Now, what's going on here? Oh, yeah, so they are delivering the beer. Now, yeah, it's limited, obviously, because there is no grain coming towards it. I mean, there may be, but very slow, for sure, because these aren't that very good. Especially if it's coming from that far. Let's see what's going on. Nice is growing much, much bigger now, so... I think I'm not going to grow Nice any further, so I'm not going to place the university just to, I suppose, distribute the goods a bit more evenly towards these places. Milan would be good for this furniture, because we're making this here in Turin. Yeah. Actually, I just realized that this would be very flat to have a... Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that, right? Silly of me not doing that. So 1 and 2. Let's just have it away. Yeah, see? Look at this. And how come the other one is so much, well, I suppose much more expensive, is because 100,000 just goes towards the second platform on each side. And then 60,000 for, okay. But still quite strange, because that would mean 100,000 would have been, yeah. So we're not really saving money, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know. That's the price. Pay it. You know, what can we do? Okay, but that's pretty good, because this then allows us to have, first of all, 2 trains, which kind of doubles the output. And would stop blocking the stations. So more money otherwise. Okay, so let me just try that. And this... Oh, no. Where is the express? Okay, so I can actually go for this guy, but I think I'll just stay with Flying Scotsman. Yeah, okay. And it's gonna be express, and this is for mail. So let's just go and have him. And then the other guy will be for people. It's 90,000 though. Let's just speed up time so we can get up to 90. If I can. Yeah, like the balance is crazy. But there you go. So that's done. Now I would like to have the usual, so like the post office and whatnot. So I suppose I'm gonna grab that here. And the other thing will be the maintenance depot. Okay, and same on the other side. So there is a bit of an additional investment needed, but that's what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this car. Or this train. Let me... Oh! Money went into negative. Locomotives. Yeah. I don't know. I think we should wait for this, because I would like to branch out into these. And get the faster freight. For sure. Yes, there's much more people traveling now. I suppose not that much mail. Yeah, but this is now freed up. The only thing is obviously this guy going up and down, but that's okay. Perfect. Looks good. Okay, so how is Geneva doing? We've got 5 out of 8 apparently, without really delivering too much, it seems. Okay, so it's delivered this. It's just a grain. So I'd like to continue on towards Zurich. If we can. It looks mostly flat, right? But I suppose we're about to find out. Okay, so let's just have it like so. Yeah, mostly. It's pretty good. There isn't that much being delivered, it seems. Yeah, the grain, the lumber, that's all very slow. But I think once we have a additional warehouse here, it'll distribute things a bit better. Milk for Nice. So that'll be another thing, right? Because now we have a dairy manufacturing here. Milk always, I suppose, be consumed by it, which is fine. We can add additional train at some point, but for the moment, it just has to stay this way. 289, okay. Yes, there's stuff all the time. I mean, one thing really would be to add the warehouse now is, and then corn, this. I suppose we could go for grain. We could go for sugar and 2 more. So, I mean, vegetables are here, so potentially maybe fruit. Yeah, or milk. Yeah, or milk. Yeah, okay. Wasn't too bad. And then even if you look, well, not just yet, but in the moment you'll see like the lumber being available and whatever. Yeah, that's actually pretty good, right? Because then Geneva will get corn from the warehouse. It's just, if only the money was faster. Can we make it on the side somewhere? Selling things. Yeah, it's strange that mail is suddenly so low when I suppose the other train was always full with 3. This what's interesting. So apparently, like this train is only going 105. So why? When this is literally 0 incline, like the best of the best, maximum speed available. So it's quite strange. Anyway, let's just go ahead. 145. See, so now this guy goes full. Oh, and obviously I've forgotten this. Yeah, let's have it here by the river or the lake. That actually looks pretty good. Oh yeah. I actually, one of my things on my bucket list, I suppose, is to go onto like a train trip in Switzerland. It's supposed to be unbelievable. These aren't making that well money-wise, I suppose. So they're not too good. Turin, Milan. Okay. Yeah, so it's working okay. It's another fashion industry, yeah. Oh, I've forgotten to. Okay. Well, that's fine. I suppose once we make the money, right, we'll just buy it and bulldoze it or whatever. Right, let's just keep going. Look at this. Wow. That was so cheap. So that really worked out nicely. Okay, and then we'll go down this way, but I want to make sure we're expanding this track. The line rather, and add maybe a couple of more trains. Yeah, so that's nice. Okay, so let me just click on this guy. So now it's gonna be going from, I suppose, Zurich to Bayer to this place to Geneva, back here, and Zurich. Okay, so if I were to add, yeah, let's go for 4 trains. I think that's gonna be fine, or even 5, because we'll eventually come down this way. Right, so that sounds like a good number. Maybe let me just add another one of these. And there was something about Ulm. So in Ulm, we need to go through... Oh, okay. So we actually need to construct a line going like this. And look at this. Well, I suppose we have to buy this anyhow, so it doesn't matter. Oh, and this. Holy smokes. So unless I'll have a line going like this and an arch. Otherwise, both of those regions are in the way. Okay, so that's... Yeah, let's assume that's... Yeah, that's going to be 800,000 just for those two. And then this one... Yeah, so that's just million just to connect this. That's insane. That's insane. Okay, anyway, that's fine. 190. Okay, not too bad. We can wait for that. That is bringing... What is it bringing? Oh, the beer. The beer for Geneva. Nice. Now it's less. Yeah, this is so cool. Looks really well. The other guy is... Oh yeah, look. Now he's bringing more to Dijon. And also he should be bringing more to... what's this place called? Lyon. And yeah, let's bring this over to the grain. I'm actually quite surprised because I usually would have like most stations expanded, whereas I suppose I only have 1, 2, 3, with an exception of these. Yeah, so 4 or 5, right? But otherwise I would have most of them. So it's quite strange, but at the same time, yeah, it's definitely different this time around because of the challenging topography. I would like to go for this at some point with this thing here, the oil, because that gives us cars and whatnot. The only thing is, I mean, it'll be very difficult to start producing it anyway, because these cities are quite far away from being 120, I think. Yeah, 25. So, yeah. It is what it is. It's kind of like a late game production. Right, so let's just grab this thing here to be sure. Now I have to modify the route again, so I am just going to add this. So Albert's Zurich, then Bayer Zurich. There you go. Sheep farm near Salzburg. Yeah, no, we'll pass, thank you. Okay, so I think we're kind of doing it. Now, the next thing would be to buy this, because we do want to get some milk. There's a breakdown. I think easily, right? We could actually have this connected. Now, first of all, let's go ahead and do this. The water, sand, yeah, that's fine. And then we can go for these things. Residual value. I mean, like this is not that important, but getting to this train would be. Because then it potentially means that it will upgrade some trains to express, giving us more money. Because look, apparently this is not doing the speeds that it's needed. I don't know why this is slowing down through this. I don't get this at all. So I'm not quite sure. Maybe they're not like... Because I think that one train shouldn't be leaving until the other... Like, I'm not understanding what's going on, honestly. Yeah, like, look. So this guy now leaves. By the time this one leaves, this one should be like halfway through. So they shouldn't affect one another, right? Well, no, this one's leaving already. So maybe they are. I don't know. Anyway, let's leave it be. It's fine. But 5% would make a difference, would make the income faster. Right. Well, Geneva is growing anyway, so we're 6 out of 8. The only thing is grain, which should be coming soon, and meat, which will not be coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So it's either we'll get meat or we'll get Geneva to 35,000, which it will at some point. Oh no, we can get meat from here. Okay. Okay, that actually is pretty okay. Okay, so how much is it? 500,000. Yeah. No, I think I'd rather do these. I'm not sure. We've 3 years anyway. Yeah, like it doesn't matter, does it? So let's go. It's just I feel, yeah, there's gonna be a bit of tunneling going on. Okay, so let's grab this guy. Maybe like so. Then another one here and here. But for the moment, I'd like to expand the corn. Oh. Money, money, money. 62. There you go. Yeah, so like station expansion doesn't seem too bad. Money-wise. And I don't know if I'm doing this correctly, but I just feel like constantly expanding is the way to do it rather than, let's say, buy more trains. I don't know if this is correct. I suppose it's my approach. This guy is going. So Dijon is growing. They're all growing. I'll have to delete this though. I think I'm gonna grab a guy, the supply station for this section. It'll be just easiest to delete this part. And reconnect. Okay. Yeah. For sure. Now, if we were to grab this and have it up here. Okay, so tunneling is needed because there is there's a big mountain. Okay, well that's not too bad anyway. And I suppose that will bring more grain as well, and the corn will have better frequency as well. So there's a lot of corn coming to... Actually, there is not. What's going on? So does Lyon has all the corn? It doesn't, so how come? Maybe it's... Yeah. Like, can we buy this? No, we can't. It's 1 million. Sometimes it's so slow to replenish or to, I suppose, grow. I wonder at what rate does it grow? Like, for how long do you have to... Like, does it have to be 10 weeks before it expands? You know, of like 100% or constant... I suppose utilization. It'll be interesting to know. Right, okay. Well, for the moment we have to wait because we got no money to do anything. If there was a bond, I think I'll check them. I check them way too often, right? Like we don't meet the threshold for another bond. But at least, yeah, all the places really grow. So once we get to good money for the express, they'll be really making hundreds. But I'd love, because if we were to connect now Turin and Nice, just out of curiosity, I just want to look, how much would it be? So if we were to come, let's just do it directly, I suppose, and then pull this. Yeah, like that. Not the best. 2 million. It actually would be pretty worth to do it. You probably want to be having a route going then like this, if possible, or maybe like this at least, just to cut this weird corner thing going on here. But look at this. This would be so cool. Wow. Very scenic. Yeah, it would be really good. Yeah, I kind of wish I had the money to make this happen. And I wonder if, let's say, right, so if we come here. Strange that it says, okay, so it's max somewhere here. But let's just see first of all up here. Yeah, okay. So it's like this. If I now lower it down. Yeah. Okay, this then can go like that. And up here. So I suppose money-wise, it's working out the same. However, it's a bit shorter, right? So it's much more... It would have been quicker. Okay, well, it's doable. And it will definitely help out money and the balance too. Yeah, let's just look at this bridge. Holy smokes. But I suppose it's just because of the placement of this. And I was able to do this because look at this. If I were to build another station. No, station. Yeah, so I had to place one here and then I was able to do it here. It's just because any station placed over here created a big, much bigger tunnel for this one. So it just needed to come down this way, basically. And we still didn't avoid, obviously, but much, much shorter, which was just a fraction of the price that we otherwise would have to pay, right? Okay, so I'm just curious to see. Okay, so the post offices really don't make that much money anymore from these. Normally you'd see like a couple of, yeah, like this one, right? Like so how come this one is making so much and the other one isn't? Like, it just makes no sense. So like it feels like it's random. Like there is no sense to it. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna leave this, I suppose, blueprint or whatever the name. Yeah. Probably this would come down this way though. Because this would go all the way up there. Yeah. Okay. So that's pretty okay. Let's just make sure this is running so we'll get this going. Yeah. Nice. 183. Yeah, that's pretty expensive. But the tunnel is so long. I mean, technically you could avoid them, right? It's just that the route would be so much longer. And I suppose you couldn't have it going through here unless I had a weird kind of an S-shape route. So it's just fine like this. Okay, but connecting Nancy seems to be an extremely expensive venture. I didn't really... Again, I suppose I really need to look at the first person view instead of the bird's eye view much more often. But there you go. You live and learn. You know. But it's fine. It's really what I would want to do anyway. Okay, cool. Guys, we can leave it here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me add it, I suppose. I will progress the game a bit because we do have quite a bit of time. I suppose I should kind of hurry up, but once I connect this place for the meet, I'm going to leave it the way it is. You know, there's no other... I suppose other extensions needed just for the time being. These will grow anyway. As you can see, Zurich actually is exploding money-wise, and not money-wise, but people-wise. And then we can get these places supplied with milk and whatever. So it's not that, so it's not that distant of a future that we're talking about, because the milk is kind of just there, and it's just a matter of buying Tyrol, and then, you know, creating all of that. The only thing I have to say is that I think we need to make a dairy farm or whatever, manufacturing for the cheese, right? Because it is requiring... Although it says dairy products, so it could be any shipment of dairy, so probably just milk itself, so that should be fine. Anyway, we'll go from there. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you in the next episode. Meanwhile, take care of yourselves. As always, stay hooks.